Hello, the title is The Breakdown of page 40 to 46, and it is about the Nathan Bedford Forrest statue and the Memphis Forest Park. And basically, pages 40 to 46 is all about collective memory and place. What I found interesting is that objects and or statues themselves are placed into a certain area by black men, which of whom are the very thing that the idolized statue was repressing because what's his name? Bedford was a Confederate veteran. So I found that it was interesting that quite literally the people that he hates the most who actually lifted the statue and put it in Memphis Forest Park. The very glance at the statue was a calculated attempt to use memory to instill dominance and fear, which it did. Visually shown rather than verbally heard, tactics of intimidation seem to be more powerful because we can recognize places and images with pain more deeply. The way that it's explained in the book, I feel that it's felt more deeply through just a simple object that can stay there for a very long time. Um, the hierarchy and gender battle continued to create more tension. The statue was to be seen as a powerful being. Um, And the statue itself was disrupting any type of social order that any Memphians were trying to build at that time. Um, and I think it just set a lot of people back, gender roles as well as racial roles. This correlates to my topic because the chapter the chapter possesses attributes that connect to my project topic of a civil rights museum by its morbid curiosity of place and image, just like the statue. Each person that views this one singular item will have a different perception of reality. Covering a museum is all about viewers' point of view, and the entire chapter I read was solely based off the collective memory, the place, and how it affects the mind. And she goes really good. As she talks about like collective memory and place, she describes it really well. Um, um, and she connects it a lot to a social hierarchy. Um, she calls it addicts of memory as well. It's just calculated maneuvers by the white man to show you basically who's in charge. That's what I gathered from this. Um, some key concepts is scenic rhetoric, literally almost in every page that I read. It's used countless times in the chapter. The park, as well as the statue, had two meanings to each community, which is black and white. Um, yeah, I said in the community, Tucson is black and white, as well as the gender community, which is male and female, because the way that the statue was placed, I didn't think that she would talk about gender roles when it came to the statue, but she did as well, and she did a very good job at it. But basically, it referred back to a time where basically the man obviously was more powerful than the woman. And he talks about that a lot in this chapter. Each was made to see, each has some sort of identification being used, which is another key concept, to connect to or feel a sense of disconnect. And the people that felt a sense of disconnect was women, and black men. Topics that surprised me, the suitable past conversation in the book. It didn't necessarily surprise me, but when I read it, when you read things like that, it truly just kind of irritates you because you already know that this is happening, but it's just like, wow, you know. It talks about the calculated effects of excluding images of the black experience, history, and I said history is not just white history, it's everyone's history. So I guess that they thought that any any black symbolism in history is not suitable history of Memphis, which is insane because I feel like Memphis was made off of the backs of African Americans. That is all that I have for this book that can fit into a 3-minute video. I hope this is 3 minutes. And that is all.